Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the New England Sports Center for Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Hockey on HCAM. Rowan Scott on camera, Tom Nappy on the call as the 2-5-0 Hopkinton Hillers take on 1-6 Bellingham, Millis, and BMR Co-op. The Hillers are on a 2-game winning streak as they took down Dover Sherborne back on Wednesday, January 12th by a final of 6-2. And then this past Saturday, they got a nice 3-2 win at Dedham, so they are looking to continue the winning trend as they try to fight their way back in the standings after starting off the season 0-5. It's certainly a younger Hillers team this season, but a lot of talent on the roster. And I think they're going to get better and better as the season goes on. Bellingham looking to get back in the win column as they are facing a 3-game losing streak. And we'll see if we have some opening announcements. Looks like we might have a PA announcer there. And we indeed will have some opening announcements. So let's send it down to Rinkside and listen in to the opening announcements.
And Hopkinton High. Tonight's starting lineups for Bellingham. Half forward, number 13, Sean Brown. Half forward, number 8, Colin Sherman. Half forward, number 12, Nathan Gervais. At defense, number 7, Kyle Pelliquin. At defense, number 24, Aiden Gilman. And starting in goal tonight for Bellingham, number 30, Connor Henschke. Now, for Hopkinton's starting lineup. Starting at forward, number 24, Charlie Capura. Starting at forward, number 22, Joe Carrara. Starting at forward, number 15, Vasily Zadornov. At defense, number 14, JJ Biazzi. At defense, number 20, Mike Burton. And starting in goal for Hopkinton, number 1, Jack Lang. At this time, if we can have everybody rise and remove their hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And there you have it. the starting lineups and the national anthem, and we are just about ready for face-off here at the New England Sports Center. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on this Wednesday night for some TVL hockey. The Hillers getting a great win this past Saturday against Dedham on the road, and before that you saw on HCAM the Hillers take down a good Dover-Sherborne team, and I think Hopkinton might be turning a corner after starting off the season 0-5. They are playing with more confidence, and they are certainly looking better on the ice as the season goes on. We're going to get Joe Carazza heading to the center circle for the Hillers. It's Colin Sherman in the center circle for Bellingham, and we are underway here at the New England Sports Center. And right off the bat, we'll get an icing call. We'll take it to Bellingham territory. Hillers working left to right across your screen for this first period. Carazza up against the freshman Colin Sherman. Along the near side, trying to work his way up is Fantini. It's jammed up along the boards, and we'll get a whistle here as it's popped out of play. So a bit of a slow start here tonight. Sherman up against Carazza. Carazza sends it back over to Bianchi. Now along the far side. It is sent up by Berman. Along the end boards, Carazza trying to squirt it out. Zolotarev taking it to the near side corner. He'll take it back around to the far side. Sends it up towards the left wing. Set down by Berman. Now over to the point, Berman. Racing in, shot from the high slot. It is wrapped up by the goalkeeper, Connor Henchy. Your goaltender matchup this evening. A junior for Bellingham, Connor Henchy getting the call. And for the Hillers, it is junior Jack Lang tending net. Ryan Title in on the face-off for the Hillers. Jammed up along the corner. Yantoska trying to get it out. Hillers have the second line in now. Title shoots it over to the near side. Ryan Title was one of the 3 goal scorers in the Hillers win this past Saturday against Dedham. Jammed up along the boards now. Trying to get it out is Yantoska. Now with it is Liam Keating. He'll send it over to the near side for Bellingham. Mostly Bellingham on the Black Hawks roster, but there are some Millis players as well as Blackstone Millville regional athletes. Nice little co-op they got going. Working up the far side, Morse. Yeah, he takes a big hit as he sends it over. Up and around it goes towards the end boards. Gilman trying to get out of there is Purpura. Also trying to get it out of the traffic jam. Over to the blue line now, sent down by Barris. And now up the far side boards it goes. Barris sends it back down up behind the net. That's Purpura. Purpura was trying to squeeze it in, and it was deflected by a number of defenders. Here comes Bellingham. Keating racing in, takes the shot, turned away by Lang. Some good action to start this game off as Greenwood works his way up the far side. Manoli Barris delivering a big hit. Back ice is Danny White, sends it up. Along the near side it goes, handled by Peliquin. Peliquin up to Baker. Baker matched up with Bianchi. And now Carazza gets involved in the action as the sophomore will shoot it up towards the end boards. Bianchi pass up the near side of Peterson. In a traffic jam now. Peterson and Bianchi all involved, along with Jack Baker for Bellingham. Squirts out up the near side and wrapped around by Peliquin. Berman finds Peterson. And now Karatza looking for a break. Getting in his way was Peliquin. Morse sends it over to the far side. Zolotarev is looking for someone in the slot. No one there. Along the near side it goes into Hiller's territory. Catching up with it. Back ice is Berman. Berman racing around. Along the far side he goes, and we'll have an icing. We'll get a face-off at 11:21 left to go in the first period. Both teams kind of feeling each other out to start off this game. Ryan Title up against Colin Sherman on the face-off. Bellingham led by head coach Brad Quatcher. Along the far side, Ian Tosca. And now a shot, and it's in! Joe Scardino makes it 1-0. A beauty of a pass from Ian Tosca, and Scardino nets the first goal of the game. That score comes at 11:12 left to go in the first period. Nice way to start for the Hillers. That was just a great breakaway up ice. And now looking for another one. Title approaching. Backhander in front of the net. That shot is deflected as Ian Tosca was looking for a goal. And then we get another shot turned away. Hiller's putting some good pressure on. We'll switch up the line, and we'll have a face-off at 10:58 left. Drew DeRocher in on the face-off. Along the near side corner, trying to get it out is Purpura. He squirts it back up along the near side, into Hiller's territory it goes, and we get an icing. We get a face-off at 10:47 left to go in the period. That's a nice start for the Hillers. Get the momentum going early on. Declan DeRocher in on the face-off. One-timer, and it's deflected in the air. And then dropped by DeRocher. It squirts out over to the far side corner. DeRocher, along with Purpura, trying to get it out. Purpura is met with a couple Black Hawks. DeRocher sends along the end boards. Purpura delivers a hit. And now racing in is DeRocher. Bellingham trying to work it up the ice. Keating looking for a break. He's contested by Barris. And now jammed up along the corner. And I think we're going to have a penalty here. We might get Barris for tripping, and that is going to be the case. So Bellingham will be on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Karatza up against Atkinson on the face-off. Over to the Bellingham net it goes. And she leaves it for Raffis. Over to the near side corner. Racing up is Eldridge. Eldridge pops it off the boards. And looking for a shot there was Perrong, and now that shot turned away. Bellingham looking to put the pressure on. Great block by Bianchi. He'll send it up over to Karatza. Karatza looking for a break. Races in, and it's off the side of the net. And there's a one-timer by Bianchi. It's wrapped up. Karatza was trying to go left side there and did not angle it quite like he wanted to. Careful, the legs don't go over that. There's a quick shot and a glove save. Parker Wynn on the one-timer. 1:12 left to go on the Bellingham power play. Sent back to Wynn. That shot deflected by a defender. Along the near side. Sent over by Wynn, looking for Morse. Morse sends it up into Bellingham territory, racing down Peterson. Along the end boards, Peliquin. Sends it over the corner now. Now back towards the net. Sent up by the keeper. And racing in Atkinson. Atkinson going to be contested by Title. Jammed up along the end boards now. Sent away by Wynn. And that shot by Sherman deflected. A secondary shot, and picking it up in the slot is Adams. And now it's taken away, racing in. It was a good look, but unable to get the shot off quick enough was Keating, and it's sent away. 15 seconds left on the power play for Bellingham. Racing down Peliquin. And he's contested in the neutral zone. Along the near side, Brown. Turned back up ice by Bianchi. The power play has expired, so good PK by the Hillers. Over to the corner it goes. Rocher trying to clear, getting in his way with Sherman. Now here comes Gwilman. Gwilman, that shot is deflected by Berman. Along the near side, Bianchi. He'll pop it off the boards and send it up over to Berman. Now pass cross ice. We'll get a stoppage here as Greenwood sent it up to Purpura. We're going to have an offsides. We'll make that an icing, rather. We get a face-off at 7 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the first period. A 1-0 Hiller lead. Thanks to the sophomore, Joe Scardino, off a great feed from Wyatt Ian Tosca. Along the near side, Scardino. Now trying to race up the ice, Win. He's contested. Here comes Scardino. Scardino gets around a defender. Leaves it out, trying to pop it in. It's turned away as Ian Tosca was trying to jam it into the net. Henchy just able to get it away. Now into the slot towards Ian Tosca. Ian Tosca with the turnaround shot. It's wide. Getting in there, Morse. Now Scardino sends it up. And that went off the skate of Adams. Sent up and around by Nathan Page. Turned up ice by Wynn. Here comes the Hillers trying to work their way into Bellingham territory. Scardino sends it away as the Hillers make a change. Along the far side. Picked up by Barris. Up to Wynn. And now Karatza trying to get away with it. Eldridge has it for Bellingham. Sent over to the far side there to contest Zolotarov. And we're going to get an offsides. Just crossed the line a bit too soon there. We'll get a face-off at 6:15 left to go in the first period. Karatza up against Atkinson. Squirts out over to the near side as Danny White meets up with Eldridge. Karatza taking it up ice. Here he goes. Sends it over. And a nice send into the slot. Shot deflected. That was Isaac Peterson getting the shot in. Great feed from Zolotarov. And now another shot by Manoli Barris. That's punched away. Sent over by Peterson. Here comes Bellingham. With it is Atkinson. He takes a big hit into the boards. Picked up by White. White sends it off. Karatza now sends it across as he finds Purpura. Purpura trying to close in. Jammed up along the boards. Contested by a couple of Blackhawks. And there to bail him out is Greenwood. One-timer, and it's deflected off a defender. Shot attempt by Bianchi. Up and around it goes. Purpura trying to get it out of the traffic jam. Popped off the boards by Bellingham. Eldridge sends it flying into Hiller's territory, and we'll have an icing. We'll get a face-off at 5 minutes left to go in the first period. Oh, good pressure by the Hillers in these last few minutes. And they've had a lot of success against Bellingham. They're hoping for some more tonight. Pass across over to Berman, and he'll take a quick shot. It's just wide. Greenwood trying to dig it out of the corner. Berman at the blue line, sends it up and around. Purpura pops it out, getting in there, Bianchi. And now Sherman is contested as he'll race up the far side. Sends it away, and we'll have another icing. Well, Bellingham having a hard time gaining any control on the puck. Hiller's contesting him nicely. Ryan Title in on the face-off. Morse sends it up. And Tosca is trying to race out with it. Sent back now by Scardino. Title sends it over to Ian Tosca. Backhanded pass into the slot, but Scardino was tied up. And now popped off the glass along the near side. And there's a quick shot by Wynn, turned away. And now looking for a shot. Scardino turned away. Ian Tosca along the corner. Ian Tosca going to take it around, allow the Hillers to regroup. Getting in his way was Gwilman, and we're going to get a call here. It's going to be against Bellingham. Hopkinton will be on the power play. We'll get Gavin Hennigan. So we get Hennigan with the cross check. Karatza in on the face-off. Over to Morse. Sends it up the near side. Ian Tosca. He'll pop it across. Karatza. Back to Morse. Karatza trying to close in. He'll take it around. Ooh, misfire looking for Morse. Morse will take it around. A minute and a half left on the Hopkinton power play. Karatza sends it across over to Zolotarev. Now racing up Ian Tosca. He's contested. Eldridge sends it away. Along the near side, picked up by Morse. Back to Karatza. Karatza leaves it behind. Ian Tosca. And now out in front. And Morse was looking for a shot. It was turned away. Now a quick shot by Parker Wynn. Defender gets in the way. Morse sends it back to Scardino. And Scardino's shot deflected by Atkinson. Looking for another one. Wynn out in front, and it is wrapped up. Ian Tosca is trying to force it in. And at 2.5 minutes left, we'll have another power play. Hillers make a line change. 40 seconds to go on the Hillers power play. Sent across over to Bianchi. Lang is going to set it up. Taken by Bianchi. Sends it across over to DeRocher. DeRocher with a wrister, and it's a glove save by Henchy. Good pressure by the Hillers. So far, so good for Bellingham on the power play kill. Ryan Title up against Sherman. Sherman sends it away. And now picked up by Title. Jammed up along the boards now. Sent back to Title. He pops it over to Berman, who takes a shot turned away. And a nice pass there by DeRocher looking for Title. There's a shot by Berman off the glass. Sent out now by Bianchi. Picked up along the near side by Keating. He sends it across. Bellingham has successfully killed off the Hillers power play. Berman with it. Just under a minute and a half left to go in the first period. Berman up the near side, takes the shot off the goalie's stick, and behind the net it goes. Ian Tosca now sends it up to Title. Title looking for DeRocher. DeRocher sends it back to Berman. Now up to DeRocher. Looking for Title. He's contested by Keating. Back into Hillers territory it goes. Lang will brush it away. Berman sends it along the end boards. He's able to find Barris. Looking for Karatza. Karatza looking for a break. Races into the corner. Trying to set it out in front. He was contested. Morse was in a good place, but good hustle by Bellingham. Ian Tosca. And there's a quick shot turned away. And it's sent into Hillers territory. Lang will deflect it away. White up the near side. Now Bellingham looking to put some pressure on, but contested there was Pelletier. There's a quick shot, goes into Barris. Jammed up along the near side, and that'll do it for period number one. After one period of play, it is the Hopkinton Hillers 1, the Bellingham Blackhawks nothing. Good matchup between these two TVL teams. The Hillers certainly winning in the pressure battle. 2 more periods left to go. The second period coming up next. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Hockey on HCAM. And welcome back into the New England Sports Center as we are just about ready for the second period. A 1-0 lead for the Hillers. Joe Scardino with the only goal of the game off a beauty of a pass from Whitey and Tosca. That was at 11:19 left to go in the first period. The Hillers are certainly going to look to keep the pressure going in the second period. They won the possession battle in the first frame and got off a lot of shots. And that's one thing I noticed tonight, Hillers being a little more aggressive, getting shots off. Joe Karatza up against Atkinson. Delacy Atkinson. Sent up the far side. Hillers are working right to left across your screen for this second period. Perong sends it to the far side. Zolotarev gets in there, sends it up to Karatza, goes off of Karatza's stick to Peliquin. Now sending it back up with Bianchi. Karatza trying to get in there. Karatza just has such tremendous speed. Zolotarev sends it over to Peterson. Peterson looking for Zolotarev, and he was diverted by Keating. Well, the Hillers are winning the pressure battle. Bellingham playing some good defense in their own zone. Doing a nice job at not allowing the Hillers too many open opportunities. Sent back by Scardino. There's a quick shot. That went off the post by Berman. And now Title sends it up to the blue line. And sent back down, that's deflected. Bianchi was able to get it in there. Sent into Hillers territory. We'll get an icing call and a face-off at 13:35 left to go in the second period. Title on the face-off for the Hillers. There's a shot from the top of the circle, loose puck, and able to just get it away was Fantini. Or make that Gwilman. Sent back down by Title. Bellingham just having a tough time clearing their zone. Jammed up behind the net now, and we're going to get a call here. I think we're going to have a trip. Looks like it is going to be against the Hillers. Wyatt Ian Tosca heading to the box. Bellingham will be on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call this Wednesday night for Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Hockey. Rowan Scott on camera. And a pretty lively crowd here tonight as well. Karatza up against Delacy Atkinson on the faceoff. Sent up the far side. And Henschy took a few seconds to figure out where he's going to go with it. Zolotarev gets in there. He's contested. And now Keating. Racing up the ice, Eldridge. He took a little bump there. And we'll see what the call is. Looks like it was away from the puck. It'll be offsides call, rather. I thought we were going to get a penalty. Berman wrists it up the ice to the net, and it's turned away by Henschy. Minute 20 left on the Bellingham power play. Their second power play opportunity of the game. Sent down by Bianchi. Along the end boards it goes. Peliquin. Pops it off the boards over to the near side. Peliquin trying to escape with it. Racing up the ice, trying to get by DeRocher. There's a quick shot. It's wide. And now sent around. Up the near side it goes. Over to the blue line. Pelletier sends it to his left. And good defense by the Hillers. Getting in the passing zone was Purpura. Picking it up, Peliquin. 28 seconds left to go on the Bellingham power play. Sent down by Berman. Eldridge along the far side sends it up. Title. Now with it is Keating. Sent up by Eldridge. Morse scoots it up the far side. Title racing down. The Hillers have successfully killed off the power play. Title sends it over to the slot. And there's a shot by Wynn, and it's turned away. You would have liked to get that shot off a hair sooner, but he nearly had that right side corner. Ian Tosca sends it towards the net. Out in front, traffic jam, and Ian Tosca sends it wide. And there's a quick shot, a glove save off the wrister by Wynn. Connor Henschy, the junior goaltender, he's been busy between the pipes for Bellingham tonight. And there's a quick shot, and it went off the stick of Zolotarev into the glass. Karatza trying to come away with it. Now out in front of the net, and that shot by Peterson turned away. Up to the blue line, over to Barris. Barris sends it towards the net. That's turned away. The pressure by the Hillers continues. Popped off the boards by White. Karatza trying to race in. Over to the corner. Sends it out. Peterson trying to get it out of the traffic jam. Well, Bellingham is certainly showing they can defend well in the slot area. And they have good hustle. But they need to find a way to try to clear their zone. Hillers certainly winning the possession battle. Don't worry about it. Top of the circle, and that's turned away off the Greenwood shot. Jammed up along the near side. Berman takes the shot off a defender. And now there's a backhander sent wide by DeRocher. And a backhander there. It is wrapped up. Purpura was trying to sneak it in. And some extracurricular activity, as I don't think some of the Bellingham players liked how Purpura ran into the goaltender. I just think he couldn't stop, though. He had some forward momentum going. Hiller's going to make a line change at 9:31 left to go. And the net came out a little bit. I think the official checking on the goaltender, Connor Henschey, to ensure he's okay. I think he just had to adjust some equipment. Title on the faceoff for the Hillers. Sends it back. There's a one-timer by Morris. That went off of Ian Tosca. Squirts out into Hillers territory, picked up by Morse. Morse trying to take it up the far side. Scardino passes it back to Morse. And now here comes Scardino. Scardino sends it out, no one there. Ian Tosca along the near side sends it up. Now back to Ian Tosca. Sends it out to the slot area. Scardino trying to get the shot off. It is going to be covered up. We'll get a face-off at 8:59 left to go in this second period. Don't forget, tomorrow night on HCAM at 6:30 p.m. we'll have alpine skiing from Shrewsbury. Hillers Alpine Skiing. Catch them for the next few Thursdays at about 6:30, along with several other schools. And I must say, the broadcasts look great. Sean Ritz does a great job. Peterson sends that wide along the near side. Sent down by Barris. Zolotarev trying to send it out. It's deflected. And we're going to have an offsides call. Or actually, maybe a timeout. Oh, make that a penalty. Karatza heading to the box. So Bellingham is going to have their third power play opportunity of the game. It's getting a little chippy out there between these two teams. Along the near side. Trying to dig it out is Gwilman. Bellingham's very much in this game. They are holding the Hillers at bay, defending well. And another big opportunity here for the Blackhawks to try to tie this game up on the power play opportunity. Gwilman sends it over and now sent out by DeRocher. And stolen away by DeRocher. Or make that Greenwood, and then as he races in, we're going to have a trip. This will be against Bellingham, so maybe not. It indeed will. Aiden Gwilman heading to the penalty box. So we'll be at even strength for the next minute 27 seconds, and then the Hillers will have the man advantage for 33 seconds. Sent over to Morse. Shot from top of the circle goes off of Keating. Well, that is not what you want to do if you're Bellingham. Can't give up those power play opportunities. Sent over by Wynn. Here comes Title. Racing in, shot, glove save. Good goaltending by Connor Henschke. Boy, has he been busy in net tonight. Title on the faceoff, sends it back. Morse, shot, and it's wrapped up. We'll get another faceoff at 7 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the period. Also coming up for Hiller Sports this week on Friday night, Hiller Girls Varsity Basketball takes on Norton. 6:30 p.m. tip-off in that game. You can also see the stream of the JV game at 5 p.m. on our YouTube page. Morse with a shot, it's wrapped up. We'll do it again. And we did get word that Saturday's scheduled Hiller girls hockey game has been postponed. They were supposed to take on Leominster, but that game postponed. There's a wrister and a glove save. Parker Wynn on that shot. There will be a clock continuing to run. The Hiller coach trying to get the attention of the officials. So they'll have to do a clock adjustment here and put some seconds back. But Hiller swimming on Saturday at 5 p.m. Catch that live. They're going to hold the clock for about 5 seconds. So 7:09 technically left to go. Along the corner, Raffis sends it over. Along the near side, and some stick fighting between Zolotarev and Keating. Morse with it. Sends it over. Win back to Morse. Zolotarev jammed up along the near side. And a good battle for the puck along the near side. There's a quick shot. It's deflected. Declan DeRocher had a grand opportunity there. Morse. Wrister glove save. I think Bellingham going to have to do something nice for their goalie. He is making some great saves in this game. We'll have to buy him a soda pop or something. In 1 second, the Hillers will have a man advantage for 33 seconds. Karatza will come flying out of the penalty box right after this puck's dropped. And there he goes. Bianchi. Karatza. Wrister deflected. Karatsa races around the net. Sends it back. And there's a shot and a glove save. Bianchi with a nice shot. But Henschy able to make the catch. And we'll get another face-off at 6:08 left to go. 12 seconds left on the man advantage for the Hillers. Sent back. There's a shot just wide by Ian Tosca. Scardino sends it over. Along the near side. Jammed up. And that shot by Bianchi deflected. Scardino sends it up and around. Karatsa trying to get there. Sends it out to Berman. Berman with a shot, and it's turned away. Jammed up along the corner now. And there's another shot turned away. Bianchi with a nice shot there. Back to Bianchi. And Bianchi's stick met up with the defender and went flying past the net. Sent into Hillers territory. We'll get the icing call and a face-off at 5:14 left to go in the second period. Well, at times in this game, it's been almost like a shooting practice. They're just doing a really good territory. DeRocher trying to scoot it out. Morse takes the shot, turned away. Goaltender able to punch that one away as Morse sends that wide. Greenwood sends it around. Picked up behind the net. Jammed up along the corner. It'll squirt out to the far side. And it's popped back over. Bellingham trying to get something going here. Here comes Page. He'll send it to the Hillers net. Turned away by Lang. Sent down by Bianchi. And that shot sent wide by DeRocher. Hillers in the midst of a change. Greenwood gets in there. Jammed up along the near side. And popped into the neutral zone. Racing up the far side, Karatsa trying to close in. He's diverted. And now White knocked down. And it's sent away. Sent back down by Barris. Karatsa trying to escape with it. Karatsa looking for a shot. And it's wide. Along the near side. Zolotarev trying to escape with it. Sends it over. Peterson with a shot turned away. And we'll get a face-off at 3:35 left to go. Offsides call. Berman sends it over to the corner. Along the near side. Ian Tosca sends it back to Berman at the left point. He'll send it to Scardino behind the net. Scardino trying to squirt it out, and it's just covered up by Henschy. I wonder what the record is for face-offs in a period. It hasn't been the quickest moving period, that's for sure. Berman sends it over. That shot deflected. That was from Bianchi. Title gets in there. Someone lost their stick. It was Blackhawk whose stick went flying. Atkinson along the far side corner. Looking for a shot. Ian Tosca out in front. Poked away by a defender. Over to the corner it goes, and it's popped off the glass by Eldridge. Back into Hiller's territory, and we'll have an icing. We'll get a face-off at 2:40 left to go in the second period. DeRocher on the face-off for the Hillers. Sent back. Greenwood sends it over. Sent to the corner by Wynn. Trying to get it out of the jam is Purpura. Greenwood sends it over. Greenwood looking for a shot, and it's wrapped up by Henchy. The great pressure by the Hillers continues. I'd imagine they have to be in the high 20s or 30s with shots on net so far. Wynn sends that one down. Popped off the boards by Gwilman. And it's covered up. This faceoff comes at 2:13 left to go in the second period. It remains a 1-0 lead for the Hillers. Karatza sends it away. Trying to take it up was number 13, Brown for Bellingham. Jammed up along the near side. Berman sends it over. Backhander, and it's sent wide by Sherman. Along the far side. Poked out by Berman. And now Zolotarev racing up. And Zolotarev just misses Karatza. Sent back to Berman. And there's a shot turned away. Secondary shot. And it is going to be, I believe, wrapped up as Peterson got in there. Was trying to go 5-hole, and somehow Henchy able to get the save. Some more tremendous goaltending by Connor Henchy, who is just single-handedly keeping Bellingham in this game. Rats up against Sherman, sent back. Now over to Morse. Morse with a shot just wide. Along the far side, and now it'll squirt around behind the net. Back to the far side it goes. Peliquin picks it up. Peliquin tied up with Peterson. Peterson is trying to get it out. Peliquin sends it up. Bellingham looking for a break. Racing in, Eldridge, and that shot turned away, and it'll be wrapped up by Lang. First shot in quite a while. That was wrapped up by Lang. First faceoff we've seen in the Hillers zone in quite a while. 56 seconds left to go in the second period. Title up against Atkinson. Set up by Ian Tosca. Title. Closing in. A herd of defenders in front of him. Bellingham does a really good job at defending in front of the net. That's sent up. There's a wrister, and it's sent wide by Wynn. Along the near side, squirts out to the corner. Title gets in there, delivers a hit. Ian Tosca trying to escape with it. Title sends it over to Ian Tosca. And his shot attempt deflected by Keating. Keating with the backhander, and it's intercepted, sent out in front. There's a shot. And it is going to be wrapped up. Ryan Title with a nice shot there. And it was a good feed from Parker Wynn. Eight seconds left to go in the second period. Over to the blue line, Bianchi. And that'll do it for the second period. All kinds of pressure by the Hillers, but they come up scoreless, and it remains a 1-0 game as we head into the third period. The Hopkinton Hillers leading the Bellingham Blackhawks. You are tuned in to Boys Varsity Hockey on HCAM. And welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are just about ready for the third period. A 1-0 Hillers lead over Bellingham. Hillers put on relentless pressure in the second period, but some great goaltending by Connor Henchy and great defensive work by Bellingham allowed this to remain a one-score game. Congratulations to Hopkinton Hillers Wrestling. They took down Norwood on the road tonight, 50-30. That's a great victory for Hillers Wrestling, who's having a great season. We're underway in this third period. Hillers working left to right across your screen for the third frame. Peliquin sends it over. Next up for Hillers Hockey, they'll be on the road to take on Norton this coming Saturday at 7:50. Bellingham will host Medfield over in Franklin at 6:30 p.m. this coming Saturday. Racing up the ice, Keating trying to close in. He's diverted as White got in his way. Peliquin sends it down. Berman. Cross over to Bianchi. Bianchi takes it into Bellingham territory. He's diverted. Eldridge got in his way. Morse racing in, fights off a defender. Sent away by Peliquin. Along the near side. Ian Tosca escapes with it. And getting into his way is Eldridge. Eldridge flips it into the neutral zone. Taken away by Scardino. Around the net it goes. Along the near side corner now. Sent out in front, trying to jam it in Ian Tosca, and it's turned away. Sent back by Title. Scardino over to Title. Title along the high slot sends it over to the left point, and that's sent down and into the traffic. Turned away into the far side corner. Title sends it back. Now back to the blue line over to Adams, who pops it in to the near side corner. Big hit delivered by Ian Tosca. Here comes Bellingham. Eldridge takes it up the ice. Swing and a miss there. Eldridge gets around a defender looking for a shot. Stolen away by Title. Great steal. Title up the far side there to help him out, Ian Tosca. Hillers make a change. Ian Tosca sends it flying. Along the near side now. Into the neutral zone, sent over by White. Trying to escape with it, Barris. Along the near side, Brown flips it into the Hillers bench. Look out. And we'll get a face-off at 12:01 left to go. That went off the back of Coach Hayes. Scott Hayes, first-year head coach for the Hopkinton Hillers. Doing a great job with this young team. He was the girls' head coach last year, and with Coach McPherson leaving, he has taken over the boys program. There's a shot, and it's wrapped up. Good wrister by DeRocher. Had some velocity on that one. The pressure continues from the Hillers. Declan DeRocher up against Colin Sherman. Sent over to the corner. Popped away, Greenwood gets there, trying to jam it in, or Purpura rather. Squirts out, here comes Bellingham, Eldridge. Lips it along the end line, and it's handled by Berman. Over to Bianchi. Ooh, and DeRocher gets tripped up. Coming up the far side, Eldridge. And he takes a hit from Bianchi. That was a good job by Bianchi. Eldridge would have had a clear break if Bianchi didn't get in his way. Greenwood sends it over to the near side. Purpura trying to escape with it. He's contested by Brown. And now Perong. Contested by Carazza. Now it's taken by DeRocher. DeRocher through the defender's legs. Sends it in front, and Carazza can't get the shot off. But now a shot by Morse, and that's turned away. Sent back by Zolotarev. Morse along the far side. Leaves it for Carazza. Carazza. Ooh, misfire there. Morse sends it to the left of the net. Zolotarev back to Wynn. Wynn gets some defenders in the way, and it's brushed away by Fornano. Wynn catches up with it in the neutral zone. Morse up to Carazza. Carazza going to lead the way. Carazza with a shot. It's diverted. Picked up by Peterson. And now Morse, top of the left circle. Shot. And it's deflected away. We'll get a face-off at exactly 10 minutes left to go in the third period. Well, Bellingham hanging around thanks to great goaltending and great defensive work. They have not really been able to get any momentum working into Hiller's territory, but they continue to defend well. Along the far side, Carazza gets in there. Carazza looking for a shot. Defender was in the way. Zolotarev sends it back. Carazza delivers a big hit. And here comes Berman. Berman with a shot. Glove save. Henchy. Hillers make a change. Scardino, Title, and Ian Tosca back into the game. That group's gotten a lot of playing time here tonight. As deserved. And Title gets kicked out of the face-off. Scardino, or make that Ian Tosca, steps in. Sent back to the neutral zone into Hiller's territory. Handled by Bianchi. Up to Ian Tosca. Ian Tosca is contested by Atkinson. Squirts out over to the corner. And a traffic jam now, along with Scardino, Title, and Ian Tosca. Wristed away. And 11 offsides. Face-off comes at 9:07 left to go in the third period. We're going to have a penalty against the Hillers, too. They're going to get Ian Tosca with a grab. This will be the fourth power play opportunity for Bellingham. Well, this game only being a 1-0 score, you really want to avoid those power plays. Still anyone's game. Carazza up against Atkinson on the face-off. Bellingham bench trying to pump their team up for their power play opportunity. The official talking to the scorekeeper to straighten things out. Don't forget, every Wednesday afternoon at 2 p.m. You can catch HCAM Sports Talk, getting you up to date on local sports at the high school, college, and professional level. That's HCAM Sports Talk, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. and airing throughout the week on HCAM. And, of course, available on our YouTube page. Sent into Bellingham territory, set up by Henchy. Along the far side, Keating. I'll tell you something about Henchy. You are not going to get any cheap shots by him. He is a very good goaltender, as he has shown this game. Greenwood was trying to escape with it. Peliquin had other ideas. Bellingham trying to quickly get it back into Hillers territory to try to take advantage of this power play opportunity. And it's sent down by Morse. Brushed away by Henchy. Along the near side now, Karatza trying to get in there. Karatza sends it back. And Greenwood with a shot, and I think his stick got tied up with the defender. It flips into the protective netting. We'll get a face-off at 8:12 left to go in the third period. 1:06 left on the power play. It's going to be Declan DeRocher up against Delacy Atkinson. Delacy sends it over the corner. Peliquin gonna leave it waiting. And mishandle there. Trying to come away with it was DeRocher. 45 seconds left on the Bellingham power play. Eldridge sends it over to the far side. Racing in Peliquin. Bianchi slaps it off the boards. Now along the corner, Eldridge. Eldridge sends it back. And he was looking for someone out in front. We'll get a Bellingham player flying into the net. That'll force a face-off. 19 seconds left on the Bellingham power play. Oh, good hustle by both these teams out there, no doubt about that. Both teams have very good speed. Ryan Title on the face-off for the Hillers, sent back Morse. I think that might have went off the scoreboard. Sent up and around by Scardino. Handled by Peliquin. And now racing in Title, and he's diverted. Morse with a one-timer, and it's sent wide. Along the near side. Scardino pokes it back. Title trying to get in there. Trying to come away with it up the near side was Gervais. And now back into Bellingham territory we go. And we're going to get a cross check here. It's going to be against the Hillers. Whitey and Tosca heading to the box for 2 minutes. Bellingham will have their 5th power play opportunity of the game. And 6:40 left to go. Kratza up against Atkinson, taken away by Eldridge. Sent away by Morse. Along the near side. And it is brushed back into Bellingham territory. Picked up by Gwilman. Bellingham trying to work the far side. Karatza there to cut it off. And sent up and around by Karatza. Gwilman sends it over to his right. On the corner now. Bellingham taking too much time on this power play opportunity and trying to send this puck up the ice. A lot of hesitation. Eldridge takes a shot. It is wrapped up by Lang. Glove save. 1:04 left to go on the Bellingham power play. 5:43 left to go in the third period. Callum Greenwood up against Delacy Atkinson along the far side. And there's a shot turned away. And the Hillers able to brush it into Bellingham territory. That was Aiden Willman with the shot. Pretty good shot there. 45 seconds left to go on the power play. Bellingham trying to get a little aggressive here. Eldridge with a shot. Poked away by Lang. And there's a shot sent wide by Keating. That's what Bellingham needs to do. Get those shots off. See if you can make it happen. And that shot sent wide by Eldridge. And now closing in Peliquin. He's diverted by Berman. Peliquin with it. Sends it back. And there's another shot. And that is going to be sent wide. And a secondary shot, and Bellingham has just tied the game. Jamison Eldridge. Wow. There was only 3 seconds left on the power play. But for Bellingham, the 5th time's a charm. And at 4:42 left to go in regulation, we have a tie game. Well, the Hillers were playing with fire in this third period, allowing Bellingham another power play. And eventually, they're going to break through if you allow them too many opportunities. Title up against Pelletier. And don't forget, there is a new overtime rule this season. There will be a 5-minute overtime period if we're tied after this third period. It'll be a sudden death overtime period of 5 minutes, and if no one scores, the game will end in a tie. That new rule implemented due to the fact they're playing a state tournament format now, and there's a one-timer, and it's turned away. Scardino had a nice shot there. Taking it up, Gervais pops it off the boards, sent into Hillers territory. Parker Wynn picks it up. Along the near side, Scardino back to Wynn. Passes across to Morris. Morris lost it. Lost it between his skates, sends it away. And there's a shot diverted. And now the Hillers, I'm sure, feeling a little bit anxious here with the tie game. They have had a lot of great shots, a lot of good pressure, but just unable to break through since the first period. And we'll have an icing call at 3:26 left to go in the third. Face-off in Bellingham territory. Karatza up against Nathan Page. Sent away. Another icing call here. Karatza up against Atkinson. Well, Bellingham has really done a great job at keeping an eye on Karatza. They have not allowed him to break away at any point in this game, really. Karatza sends it back, and there's a shot turned away. Zolotara rips a nice shot there. Out in front, sent to the far side. Berman on the one-timer, glove save. This faceoff comes at 2:53 left to go as the Hillers make a change. Title up against Atkinson. Atkinson gets kicked out of the faceoff. Along the far side. Sent down by Ian Tosca. Title. Sends it back over to Barris. Now up to Title. Top of the circle shot turned away. Scardino sends it out. Once again, good defense in the slot by Bellingham. Scardino with a shot. Off a defender it goes behind the net. Ian Tosca jammed up, able to escape. Racing up the ice, and he's diverted. Sent down by Barris. And now Ian Tosca takes it around, leaves it out, looking for a shot, and it's off a defender. Danny White had the shot there, and Eldridge was right in front of him. Scardino sends it around. Quick shot there by Ian Tosca, and we get a stoppage. I think the net came dislodged. And then we'll adjust the net, and we'll have a face-off at 1:47 left to go in regulation. We're tied at 1 apiece between Hopkinton and Bellingham. The Hillers have had the lead throughout most of the game. Their lone goal came in the first period at 11:19 left, courtesy of Scardino. Morse, and off a defender it goes. Picked up by Carazza. Carazza looking for a shot, and it's sent wide. And there's a secondary shot, a little too high by Wynn. Morse sends it along the end boards. Picked up along the far side by Wynn. Wynn trying to close in. Zoltarov trying to get there. Zoltarov takes a hit. Bellingham trying to work it into Hiller's territory. Eldridge closing in, leaves it out. Shot! And it's turned away. What a good save by Lang. That was a great break by Bellingham. One of the better opportunities they've had in this game. Under a minute left to go. Carazza racing up the ice. And he risks it into a defender. There's a shot sent wide by Bianchi. Berman. And that's turned away. Berman. 30 seconds left in regulation. Sent along the far side, racing up Eldridge. Turned away by Bianchi. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Berman sends it up to Bianchi. Now Scardino, long shot, and it's turned away. And that'll do it for regulation. We're heading to overtime as Bellingham has tied things up. They net a goal with 4:42 left to go. Jamison Eldridge on a power play. And we'll head in to a 5-minute overtime. It is sudden death style, so anyone scores, the game comes to an end. And if it remains a tie game after the 5 minutes, it'll stay a tied game. But more Hopkinton Hillers varsity hockey on the way as we head into overtime on HCAM. And we are ready for overtime. It is the second game of the season that has gone into overtime for the Hopkinton Hillers. The first time they played the 5-minute overtime was against Medfield back in December. They ended up losing that game 3-2. We are knotted at 1 apiece. Anyone scores, the game is over. Here we go. We are underway in the overtime period. Wynn taking it up the far side, leaves it behind. Scardino sends it towards the net, turned away. Title coming in from the corner, wraps around, takes a shot, and that's it! Wow, Ryan Title with the game winner! 22 seconds into overtime. And Title nets the game-winning goal. And the Hillers are going to take it 2-1. What a good battle between these two teams. You got to give credit to Bellingham. They really held tough, played a great defensive game. Excellent goaltending by Connor Henchy. But a nice job by the Hillers. You didn't get the job done in regulation, but you get it done in overtime, and the only thing that matters is you get the W. And the Hillers have won their 3rd straight game. They are now 3-5 on the season as they take down Bellingham in overtime. 2-1, 22 seconds in. Ryan Title nets the game-winning goal. A big win for the Hillers. This is certainly a game you had to have. And Hopkinton needs to be feeling good as they win their 3rd straight game. And they are right back in the hunt for a playoff spot. Obviously, they have a lot more winning to do before that, but winning 3 straight, that is certainly a momentum boost for the Hillers. Well, that is just about going to do it for coverage here tonight. For Rowan Scott on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. The Hopkinton Hillers get the overtime victory over the Bellingham Blackhawks by a final score of 2-1. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Hockey on HCAM. We thank you all for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.